Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will solve few numericals related to traverse like latitude, departure, closing error, etc. So the first question says that in the figure given below, the length PQ, this is PQ and this is QR. The WCB, the whole circle bearing of PQ is given as 30 degree and the whole circle bearing of QR is given as 45 degree when measured from north side and respectively up to 3 decimal. Now the question is asking that what is the length PQ and QR. You are asked to calculate the length of PQ and the length of QR. The northing and easting of points P and R are given. The northing and easting of Q are not given. क्योंकि नहीं दी हुई है. You have to calculate the length PQ and QR. Let us suppose the length PQ is L1 and the length QR is L2. Similarly, the WCB of PQ is θ1 and WCB of QR is θ2. Let us suppose this. Now, in the previous video lecture of the theory of traverse, I told you that if you are given with the northing of certain point and the length of the next traverse line is given to you L1 and the WCB is given, then for the next point you can calculate its northing by N2 equals to N1 plus L1 cos θ1. Similarly, you can calculate easting as well as E1 plus L1 sin θ1. So this is the trick to this question. You will have to use this hint to solve this question. First of all, you need to calculate. See, you know the northing of this point P. The northing of P will be equal to the northing. See, when you will add this L1 cos theta and L2 cos theta 2 to this northing, you will get the northing of R. If you add L1 cos 30 to 100, you will get the northing of Q. And if you will add L2 cos 45 degree to the northing of Q, you will get the northing of R. Then in short, we can write as 100 plus L1 cos 30 degree plus L2 cos 45 degree will give you the northing of R, and the northing of R is known to be 1000. We did not do this up to Q since we are not given about the northing of Q. So we cannot do this up to Q. That means this will involve many more variables to solve, and you cannot solve these variables with the help of two equations. You just have the equation of northing and easting. The second equation can be 200 plus L1 sin 30 degree plus L2 sin 45 degree will be equal to the easting of point R, and the easting of point is equal to 1000. Now since sin 45 and cos 45 have the same value as 1 by root 2, this can be cancelled out. So you can solve for L1 in this using these two equations. You can change the signs. This will cancel out, this will cancel out. So you will be left with minus 100 minus L1 sin 30 plus cos 30 equals to 0. Using this equation, you can solve L1 and you can get the value of L1 as 273.205 meters. So this is the value of length of traverse PQ. Now you are also asked to calculate the length of QR. The length of QR is represented by L2. So you can substitute this value in any of these equations as per your suitability, and you can calculate the value of L2, and I had already calculated it. It is coming out to be 938.136 meters. So this is the required lengths of both the lines PQ and QR. You just have to use this hint that northing, when you will add the L cos theta summation to any northing, you will get the subsequent northing by adding those L cos thetas. Similarly, the eastings can be obtained by adding L sin thetas. How many? You can add as much as L sin thetas and L cos thetas as you want. Now moving to the next question. The next question says that the following table gives data of consecutive coordinates in respect of closed theodolite traverse PQRSP. Now you have to calculate the direction and magnitude of error of closure. I already told you what is the error, closure error. It is calculated using this formula. This will give you the magnitude. Now how will you calculate sigma L and sigma D? See, sigma L means the error in latitude. The sum of latitudes, or the error, you can also say it as the error in latitude. The sum of latitude will be calculated by summation of the northing and subtracting the summation of southings. I told you that northing is always positive and southing is always negative. Hence, I have taken the southing as negative and northing as positive. So you can add the northings first of all. It is 400.75 plus 100.25, and you can subtract the southings. It is 199.0 minus 300. So you will get sigma L as, the sigma L is coming out as 2 meters. So this is the error in latitude. Now you can calculate the departure, sum of departures. It is calculated as easting is always taken as positive, I already mentioned, and westing is taken as negative. So you can calculate departure by this. Now easting I am taking as positive, 199.25, 299.75 minus 300.5 minus 200.5. So sigma D is coming out to be negative. Do not forget the sign here. It is 2, it is also 2. The sign will not affect the error magnitude, but the sign will definitely affect the direction. You will come to know this within 2 minutes. Now you can calculate E as 2 square plus minus 2 square and the under root of this. So it is coming out to be 2 root 2, and 2 root 2 is almost equal to 2.828 meters. So this is the magnitude of error. This is how you calculate the magnitude of error. Now the thing comes that how do you calculate the direction of error? So I'm rubbing this for now. You know what is sigma L? Sigma L is coming out 2 and sigma D is coming out as minus 2. Now how to calculate the direction, that is theta? It is sigma D divided by sigma L. Now I am gonna tell you a trick to solve the direction of error. That there will be options that will definitely confuse you in the terms of direction of error. You can easily calculate the magnitude of closure of error. There will be no problem in calculating that, but the direction will always leave you in a situation where you will be unable to judge whether the answer is this or that. So how do you calculate the theta? You just ignore the sign for once. You just ignore the signs. Do not consider signs first. So it will come out to be 1 and theta will come out to be 10 inverse of 1, and you all know it is 45 degree. Now I am sure that there will be an option of 45 degree in the solutions as well, but now since there is a sign of negative in sigma D, you will have to consider that as well. See, this theta that came by removing the signs is the reduced bearing or the quadrantal bearing, but you need to calculate the whole circle bearing. That is definitely given in the question. You have to calculate the whole circle bearing. The theta that comes with this, from this, will always come less than 90 degree, but WCB can be greater than 90 degrees. So you have to take care of this. How will you take care of this? See, this is north, this is south, this is west, and this is east. I told you that latitude is represented by northing and southing, and departure is represented by westing and easting. If it is negative, then it is, if the departure is negative, then it is a westing. If departure is positive, then it is a easting. If latitude is positive, then it is a northing. If latitude is negative, then it is a southing. Now you can see that the latitude is coming out to be positive of 2. That means the latitude is a northing. Either it will lie in this quadrant or this quadrant. This quadrant and this quadrant is not possible for this case since latitude is coming out to be positive. Now check out the departure. Departure is coming out to be negative. That means the departure is definitely a westing and not a easting. So there is no case for departure to lie in this area. So that particular error or the direction will lie in this quadrant. Now you are sure of the quadrant that it is lying is in this particular quadrant. Now you can use this reduced bearing to calculate the quadrantal bearing. This is north, this is south, this is west, and this is east. The theta equal to 45 degree is this angle. Since always the angle is measured with respect to north or south and the particular error is lying in this quadrant, so 45 degree will be made by north, and this cannot be 45 degree in this case, since always the angles are measured with respect to north or south. Here south is not present, only north is present, so the angle will be 45 degree in this particular manner. But you are asked to calculate the WCB. How will you calculate the WCB? This will be the WCB for you. So this will be 360 degree minus 45 degree, and this will be equal to 315 degree. So this is the WCB that is asked in the question. I hope it is now clear. Now moving to the next question. The next question says that the length and bearing of a closed traverse. Remember that the question, in most of these questions you will be given with closed traverse, since the sum of latitudes and departures can only be 0 in closed traverse, and the error can also be found in closed traverse. You cannot detect the error and magnitude of error and direction of error in an open traverse. So traverse PQRSP is given, the line is given, the lengths corresponding to these lines, and the bearings are also given. The bearings given are WCB. So it is clearly written, mentioned there. Now you have to calculate the missing length of SP and the missing bearing. You know, for a closed traverse, sigma L equals to sigma D equals to 0. So just apply these two equations. The first equation will be 200 cos 0 degree plus 1000 cos 45 degree plus 907 and cos 180 degree, plus let us assume the missing length as L and missing theta as theta. It will be equal to 0. So this is equation number 1. Similarly, you can write equation number 2 in terms of sine. This is 0 degree plus 1000 sine 45 degree plus 907 sine 180 degree, and L sine theta will be equal to 0. This is second equation. Now you have these two variables and you have two equations. Mathematics says that when you have equal number of equations and variables, you can solve both these variables using these n number of equations. Now when you will solve this, you will get, first of all, you can calculate the L cos theta. L cos theta is coming out to be minus 0.10678. Similarly, from second equation, you can calculate L sin theta. It is coming out to be minus 707.10678. Now you can divide this by this. You can get cot theta or you can get tan theta. So tan theta is coming out to be 6622.09. So when you will solve for theta, you will get theta as 270 degree. Now you can place theta in any of these two equations and you can obtain the length as 707.106 meters. So these are the required answers for theta as well as for length. Now moving on to the next question. The next question says that in a closed loop traverse of 1 kilometer length, the length is given as 1000 meters or 1 kilometers. This is the length that you traversed actually. Now the closing error in departure is given as sigma D is given as 0.3 meters and sigma L is given as 0.4 meters. Now you are asked to calculate the relative precision. What does relative precision mean? I will tell you. First of all, you can calculate the closing error in this 1 kilometer traverse, and when you will solve this, it will turn out to be 0.5 meters. Now you can see that there is an error of 0.5 meter in just 1000 meters. So this is what relative precision means. How much is the error in how much of the length? So this will give you the relative precision. It will turn out to be 5 divided by 10,000. So it will be 1:2000. So this is the relative precision. That means there is an error of 1 meter in every 2000 meters. Similarly, in 1000 meters, there is an error of 0.5 meter. This is what relative precision means. So next time such a question comes, do not confuse that what is relative precision. It has given you options of 1:5000 as well. Do not go for that option. The next question says that the bearings of two inaccessible stations S1 and S2. The northing and easting of S1 is given, the northing and easting of S2 is given, and the bearings with respect to a new station S3 is also given, and you are asked to calculate the easting of station S3. Let us make the diagram. This is S1. This is northing and this is easting. The northing and easting of S1 is 500. This is 500 and this is also 500. Now for station S2, this is S2. The northing is given as 450 and the easting is given as 600 meters. Now there is a station S3. Now you have to yourself decide that where this S3 station will be. See, the angle of station S1 from S3 is given as 225 degree. So it should be there. See, this is 180 degree, this is 270 degree. So this will somewhat be equal to 225 degree. This is 225 degree and this should be like here, so that it is less than 180 degree and it will be equal to 153 degree and 26 minutes. Now you have made the diagram. Now you just need to use that hint that I used in the first question. You have to calculate the easting of S3. To calculate the easting, first of all you should know what is the length of this and what is the length of this. Actually you do not require the length of this. You only should know the length of this particular traverse, so that you can use the theta of this and you can calculate the easting of that one. So let us solve this. 500 plus. Now you should know this particular angle to go this. To go there you should know this angle. This complete angle is 225 degree. This will be 225 degree minus 180 degree. So it will be 45 degree. So L1 cos 45 degree plus L2 cos 153 degree and 26 minutes. You require this angle and this angle. This 225 degree is not required. Since you are traversing in this fashion, in this clockwise fashion, hence you require this angle. You do not require this 225 degree angle. This and this is equal to the east northing of S2. What is the northing of S2? The northing of S2 is 450 degree. Similarly, you can write the equation for easting as well. 450 degree. Sorry, the easting of, what is the easting? Easting is 500 plus L1 sine 45 degree plus L2 sine 153 degree and 26 minutes, and it is equal to the easting of S2. What is the easting of S2? It is equal to 600. Now you can solve these two equations and you can get the value of L1 and L2. The L1 and L2 are coming out to be 70. L1 is coming out to be 70.707 meters and L2 is coming out to be 111.802 meters. Now to calculate the easting of S2, what do you require? You require the easting of S1 and you need to add L1 sine 45 degree to obtain the easting of S3. You know what is the easting of S1? The easting of S1 is equal to 500. The L1 is 70.707 multiplied by sine 45 degree will give you the easting of S3. So when you will solve that, you can get the easting of S3 as, this coming out to be 550 meters. So this is all about the numericals of traverse. Thank you.